To all of you, or afternoon, wherever you are in your day. We're so glad to be with you today, and we're going to have some fun. I'm going to ask you, together with Audra, about an investigation, and it's all about you investigating in you.
Oh, that should be fun.
It will be. And the first part of it is, I want you to review, well, first of all, I should say, it has to be a time when you can be quiet, like before bed or in the afternoon when the kids are gone and you're not preparing dinner or you're not at your job. Anyway, sometime in the day that's quiet. Morning, noon, night, it doesn't matter. And then I want you to sit down with a notebook if you want, and if you don't, that's fine too. But I want you to review your day. If it's at night, then review the day. If it's in the morning, review the day before, so that you have some information, because this is asking questions of yourself.
Okay.
So here's number one is a review. So let's say we're sitting at after dinner and it's quiet and how did my day go? And it might say, oh, well, I didn't like this, but this was good, and I wished I would have done something different or rearranged. And put all that down in your notes if you're writing notes. If you're not, just remember what you're reviewing, the day. But the most important thing is the reviewing of what you didn't really agree with when it happened. Like, oh, I decided I'd get up and run right out and go to the store, and then I was so frazzled for the rest of the day. That would be a review of, I need to rewrite that, because the next step is...
So it's kind of like you're not like really being present with yourself, and you just kind of take off and run before
it's an example
before
of
you check in.
We're always on autopilot.
Autopilot, gotcha.
So autopilot takes over most of the day, all the time, for all of us. So this investigation is a new habit of, wait a minute. I'm going to start at some point in my day, whenever I do this, to start to do things on purpose and with purpose that's from my heart.
Yeah.
So we want to go from review to what?
Rewrite?
Right. So we did the shopping trip just a minute ago, and we said, I got back at 2:00 in the afternoon, if it's a mom, and I picked up the kids, and my goodness, and now I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm so frazzled because the plan wasn't mine. The plan was the autopilot.
I see, yeah. You want to get back to the plan being yours instead of always running on, this is what I have to do, this is what I should do, this is what I think I should do, this is
exactly.
All those areas where you just go unconscious.
Yeah, and you're totally on autopilot. Then you're wondering, see, the question in your mind is, why don't I get this done? Or why am I frustrated? Or why am I feeling uneasy?
Yeah, there's like that edginess inside, like a pushing or a shoving or an anxiousness. And I think a lot of the anxiety even comes from that, because you're off
rehearsing
kilter.
Always the past. You rehearse the past. Every day we get up and we rehearse the past and we repeat it, and we're like, what is going on here? But we're not aware of it, or we would change it, because I know that's for sure. So then after we review it again, we
Revise it.
Now, what would I like to do after you review it? And you have just put that first point might be, yes, today I was crazy busy and had no time to myself, and I wanted to talk to my husband, my mate, and I did want to make a note about my career. So there's 3 little snippets that you would have changed. And so there you go. You say, oh, that's what I wanted to do versus what I did.
Right.
So now you're seeing in yourself, I have to carve out a place for me. Imagine that, a place for me.
Yeah, right.
Wow. And then we rewrite the story. So you go back to those 3 areas, those 3 little arenas, no paragraphs, just how would I rewrite that? I would rewrite that with, before I say I'm going shopping, do I want to do this right now? Or is there something I need to address with me that I know if I do, I'm going to be more at ease with me. I'll have a more level day. And the same thing with that talk that you wanted to sit down and say, oh, I forgot to tell my partner, blah, blah, blah. And it's just been 3 days. And what's with that? So
Yeah.
that's
So
why
slowing it down, really,
Yeah, exactly.
and checking in and sitting with yourself so that the flow in that even goes better when you actually sit and do that, right?
Absolutely.
Because you're like, oh, it's coming from my heart, it's coming from my energy.
my consciousness.
So there's like that flow that
You're in
meets
it.
you, right?
You're in it. You're actually in it. That's
Yeah.
why we want you to call it your daily investigation.
Yes.
Because
You're investigating you.
Yep. You're the whole investigation. What did I not do? What did I want to do? What do I want to plan? Where do I want to go? It has nothing to do with planning for anybody else, just you. So the space...
That is a whole new concept in itself, right? To take the time for yourself and review for yourself and check in with yourself. And, But that is the best way to get everything done, so to speak.
Yeah, because it answers the question that you have in your heart all the time. Why didn't I get to it? Why didn't I put me first?
Right.
And you might not say put me first, but why didn't I put me in there, period?
Right.
So it's really important that we do this daily investigation. And it's a game changer. It is absolutely a game changer.
Yeah.
Because when you rewrite the story and put yourself in it, you start to feel like you're in
charge again.
In charge again, maybe for the first time, right?
Well, yeah.
In charge.
Again, never.
And doing a few things that you want to do and to see done and see accomplished, that you're really the driver of your life. But I believe, after so much socialization that we've had, that we are great socially with other people's
agenda and their lives, right?
Yeah, because we want them comfortable. Nothing wrong with that. But there is a time when we have to get back to us and say, I need to insert me in there for this flow to work.
Yeah.
And it also eliminates emotional and the anxiety.
Well, you feel more satisfied because you're finally including yourself in everything instead of always watching from the sideline or thinking you have to handle everything or you have to do everything. You start to sit back a little and go, what works best for me in a good way? What's my flow? What's my way?
Right.
Because you can only do it your way, and that's the confusion. I mean...
Well, that's what happens when you start to investigate. When you see something going on, and you've been investigating for a few days and a week, a situation comes and you don't do anything. That's the key to your truth, because let them or they or if that individual work it out theirself. Because when you get in it and insert yourself in there you are again, denying what you really want to be honest about in yourself. You know, we all want to help our friends. We all want to help our family. We all want to be good employees. But we can't fix them.
Right.
But if and when we allow them to play it out, I'll bet $100 on it, even more. That if you're at work and you let them work it out themselves without any influence from you, a couple days later they're like, oh, guess what I figured out? And it works for them. And that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So
you want to give everyone their own self back, and you start that process by really giving yourself back and designing a life that works for you, and then it magically kind of works for and with everyone else.
Yes, and if they want the help, they have a specific question, because you can't fix them. But when they want the help, their heart's open to say, could you help me with? And it's very specific.
Yes.
And then,
very coming from a different place too.
Yes, and you have to limit it to that question. That's it. Just one question. And don't go overboard, because you're proud of them that they're figuring it out. They have the question, and you just want to give them that one more stair step.
Yes.
And let them go on their way, and then we get to go on our way and play the part in each other's lives in a way
Yes.
that's much more satisfying for all of us.
Yep. So it's a return to self,
Yeah.
basically. So you review, you revise, and rewrite, which is a return to self, which allows the flow of your life to really live more conscious, live more aware, live in a flow, satisfied, lower stress, a whole
And
bunch
loving
of things.
yourself.
Right.
Just plain considering you is huge.
Yeah.
That's why we want you to have a daily investigation. After you hear this and then do it, get back to us and let us know a couple of things that you discovered. I can hardly wait. It's so phenomenal and fantastic. You're going to be like, you know what came up for me? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
And it so worked.
Mm-hmm.
So
worth
that's
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Super simple.
Yeah.
4 tips and tricks, right?
Yep.
And a little step-by-step process to return to you.
Yeah, that only takes 15 minutes a day.
Yep.
Yep. And be sure to feel what you're writing down. That's
Yes.
important. Don't just write it down and go, I was very unsatisfied with la la la. Write down what you were feeling then. Because then you'll know where you really are in that situation.
Yeah.
That's a big clue.
Yeah, you want to drop from your head to your heart and really feel into it, right?
Yeah.
Yay. Leave us comments on how you did and what you learned about yourself. We're excited.
Yes. I'm excited for you. I can hardly wait till you try it.
Everyone have an amazing day.